Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading an Acheron Executioner by me. So let's get into it. The vibrant lights of Penacony pulsed around you. You were at the golden hour, the supposed pinnacle of Dreamscape's revelry. And despite how lost you felt, you had Acheron around you, and that alone made you feel more comfortable, even in this strange dreamscape. You were curious, though, and curiosity was a dangerous thing, especially in such an unpredictable environment. You'd been enjoying a rare moment of peace, truly. Acheron had accepted a glass of the Golden Hour's signature cocktail, a sparkling concoction, and you, however, had opted for a simpler drink, berry-flavored soda, carefully poured by a smiling robotic server. The conversation had been sparse, as it often was with Acheron, yet it was profoundly comforting. Her presence alone was enough for you, and you were just about to reach for your drink when a small, exquisitely dressed woman stumbled slightly as she passed your table. "Oh, my dearest apologies. The dizzying atmosphere, you see. It's all quite overwhelming. I'm very new to the golden hour." You offered a polite smile, nodding. "I'll share your sentiment, and there's no harm done, so don't worry." She paused, seemingly regaining her balance, and then her eyes, a rather startling shade of blue, fixed on your drink. "My, what a lovely color. I simply adore it." And without waiting for a response, she dipped her finger in it, and you looked at her, completely startled. "Just a taste if you don't mind. It looks simply divine, and I don't have a lot of credits on me." She didn't even give you a chance to respond. She pulled her finger out and turned around. "My apologies for the intrusion. Enjoy your evening, dears." And with a final charmingly clumsy curtsy, she swayed away. You blinked, a little taken aback by the sudden odd interaction. But then again, this was the dreamscape in Penacony. Anything could happen. And this was not the strangest thing that you'd encountered. Somehow. "That was unexpected," you murmured, reaching for your glass again. And just as your fingers brushed the cool surface, a hand, quicker and precise than anything else, clamped around your wrist. It was Acheron's. Her grip was firm, unrelenting, and you looked at her, surprised. Her eye was fixed not on you, but on your drink. The usual calm in her gaze had vanished, replaced by an intensity that sent a jolt of alarm through you. "Don't drink that," she said, her voice low, and your brows furrowed in confusion. "Why? It's just soda." She even tasted it. She didn't respond directly. Instead, her grip tightened on your wrist, and with a swift, fluid motion, she picked up your glass, her eyes still locked into that swirling liquid. She tilted it slightly. Then, without a word, she poured its contents. "Acheron, what are you doing?" "Wait." In the first few moments, nothing happened. But then, the glow of the liquid faded, and something dark took its place. It looked weird, and quite unsettling. Your breath hitched, your eyes widening in horror. That was your drink. You could have had that. A cold dread seeped into your bones. You looked at Acheron, your voice a shaky whisper. What was that?" Her eyes, now even more intense, met yours. A fast-acting neurotoxin, designed to induce paralysis, followed by organ failure. Painless if administered in full. The words hung in the air, stark and terrifying. Someone had tried to poison you, and you couldn't even think about it until you thought back to that woman with the eccentric personality. But she'd been so whimsical, so innocent, and yet so strange and unwarranted. So, that lady, she did this? But why? You whispered, the question echoing the fear in your heart. You didn't have enemies like that. In fact, you were mostly uninvolved. You had no idea why someone would do this to you. She released your wrist, her hand moving to rest lightly on your shoulder. A comforting, grounding weight. Penacony is full of mysteries. Many paths converge here, and many desires. Although I do not understand why she did this particularly, but if you want, we can figure it out. We must get to the root of this after all. If I'm not around, something serious could have happened. You nodded, anxious, and she kissed your palm. Trust me, I will get to the bottom of it. For now, though, I ask you to stay vigilant. You cannot offer your trust to those who don't deserve it. You nodded, and she wrapped her arms around you, sensing you trembling. You're safe now. I've got you, and nothing will ever happen to you now. Not while I'm here. And you could trust that. If there was anything in the world that you could trust, it would be Acheron and her promises. And you knew you were safe. With her by your side, you knew you weren't truly alone, and that nobody would ever get to you. And although Penacony might be a dreamscape, the danger within it was very real, and so were these people trying to get to you. For now, though, all you had to do was rest, and he knew that Acheron would handle it from there. Not that you were willing to send her on this mission alone. After all, it was you who was nearly poisoned, and it was also you who was immensely curious to know who this hidden enemy was.